Boom. All right, Black Power. It's the General Seti, and I'm black at y'all ass again with this real fucking talk.
Black Power.
Damn, I come in, that shit be remixed. That shit come in banging. What's going on, family? We in the house. Ain't no let up. Ain't no let up on these beasts. Ain't no let up. And then we ain't coming up off of these niggas either. We gonna stay on all these defunct motherfuckers. That's right. Let me file up some of this good frankincense and myrrh, so I can smell the deities come on in the house. You feel me? We gonna be, ain't no let up for General. I'm banging like this all year. Straight up. I'm gonna take your ass into areas of your mind you didn't even know existed. Hold on, let me light this frankincense and myrrh up. I see we done brought the haters out. We done brought all the haters out. You see, one thing's for sure. See, when General Seti off the field, niggas feel comfortable. You understand what I'm saying? They get a, you know what I'm saying? They get a certain comfortability that they can say and teach certain shit. But soon as the God return to the battlefield, they know it's a wrap on that shit. You understand? They little status, that shit disappeared. You know, I see niggas crying. You know, one motherfucker had enough nerve to tag me in a post. Hear me out. And that's why the motherfucker didn't have one like. He had one like. And that probably was his mama. Probably wasn't even his mama. His mama probably called him up and say, nigga, you know you lying like a motherfucker. I know the General. You understand what I'm saying? He probably got a fake page and liked his own shit. You know what I'm saying? Talking about the aboriginal information that I've been putting up. He the author of it. I say, motherfucker, I've been doing Olmec Voyages of the Nile, nigga, now for damn near 15 motherfucking years, my nigga. That's why because the people already know you was lying. That's why you couldn't get no money. Niggas will say anything to get a couple likes. That's a damn shame. Even tell a blatant ass fucking lie, anybody, any motherfucking body can refute. Dumb ass nigga. See, that's what's wrong with y'all. How you doing out there, family? Black Pop. Gas, nigga, global African supremacy. You understand what I'm saying? Africa, forever. Nigga, you understand? Africa, forever. We gonna have to do that. You know what I'm saying? You ain't about Africa, take your ass on. God damn it, that's what we rock over here. This is the so-called white man New Year. We went over that. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no New Year. But it's all right if you want to act like it. I ain't gonna let the smoke go all in my goddamn video. It ain't that kind of party. Hold on, family. That shit all in my goddamn face and shit. Hold on. Let me move this motherfucker back. God damn. Like the motherfucking video was on fire. Shit. And you know what? I got to say this. Why we doing this is not, you know what I'm saying, for niggas just to have information and not do nothing with it. Okay? You know, it's about reevaluating how you live your life completely and totally. You understand what I'm saying? Revolution don't mean You know, you clean up 10% of your life. 20%, nigga, it's a complete total change. You understand what I'm saying? You know, we find ourselves, still falling for it. You know, some niggas want to get a presents on Kwanzaa. Nigga, you still down with Christmas, nigga. That's all it is. It's a nigga way out. Oh, I'm gonna get it. I'm just saying. We still fall victim to it. We still spend money. We still do that. You know what I'm saying? When you stop smoking crack, nigga, you don't just, stop smoking it 90%. You stop smoking it. That's facts. You a dope fiend, nigga, you want to come up off the dope, nigga, come up off the dope. And we got to look at it. So when motherfuckers sneak and hit that shit in the, nigga, you're a crackhead. I don't give a fuck what you say. So we find way, and again, we talking about the veil. That's the way we veil, and mask our unnecessary habits. And, and not just unnecessary, detrimental habits to the community. You know what I'm saying? Because we got to, as the African-centered community, as that gas component, and I always put that up. That's long before niggas even talking about gas for the trees. See, that's how niggas do, you know what I'm saying? How the lingo, nigga, or the BPC, generalseti, been out here for a long fucking time, nigga. Already had gas. Global African supremacy, goddamn 15 years ago. Then niggas came along and developed it into where niggas, smoking gas. You understand what I'm saying? Already had, so we develop language and shit just like hip hop. You know what I'm saying? We keep it on that level. And we make it, we make it the information, and we make the wording of our movement, you know what I'm saying, of new energy, not old energy, where people say Pan-Africanism. I understand what you think you're saying, but anytime you use pan, and you talking about, which we're going to get in today, you understand? We don't even understand the shit we be saying and how it empowers a whole nother culture. And as I went over yesterday, and I'm going to go over it today, because a lot of people, they don't know how powerful these Vikings is in the Germanic culture. You know what I'm saying? These motherfucking crackers over here is Germans. You understand what I'm saying? Why y'all think, so many of these goddamn American companies was financing Hitler? You understand what I'm saying? How do you think America went over there and got, nigga, that's their fatherland. That's their fatherland. Even when you go in there in the United States Congress, you see them facades, which is Roman columns is in there. Same ones that them goddamn Germans had. You see what I'm saying? The Third Reich. You know what I'm saying? It's the same bloodline. You understand what I'm saying? And so these is Germans. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to look this shit up, and y'all got to do this research. You know what I'm saying? And these people, when you think of the energy that they bring, we going straight in today. You think of the energy that these Vikings, savages, you know what I'm saying? And a female Viking is a witch. You understand what I'm saying? That's where you get Wiccan from. You understand what I'm saying? They were some hideous motherfuckers when it come to that sick shit that they practice. You understand? I'm going to show some of that today. What they call bloat sacrifice. You're doing what you call Yule. You understand what I'm saying? When you talking about the 12 days of Christmas, ain't no 12 days of Christmas. Niggas one day. You understand? What other 11 days come? That shit come out of Yule. Y'all don't understand that was a season. You understand what I'm saying? And the 12 days of Yule became the 12 days of Christmas. Odin, who is the father of Yule, we're going to show that. And so Santa became the father of Christmas. And you got to understand the wording in that. Father means, in that instance, means God. Okay, means God. Father time. That's the God of time, not nobody, who's, having children. This is one who is God of that particular energy. You see what I'm saying? So Odin was the father of Yule, okay? And his son Thor was very instrumental in Yule too. You see what I'm saying? And so you're going to see that if you look at the attributes of the God, Santa Claus, because he is a God. He's more powerful than Jesus. God damn it, he's more powerful than Jesus. The disciples asked Jesus, say, when is the second coming? He said, no man know but the Father. Okay, he took a back seat, took it back and let you know that he was a man at the same time. No man know but the Father. So it's thing that show you right there that Jesus was not omnipotent. There was some shit that he just did not know. But this Santa Claus know when you think, drink, know when you're dreaming, know when you're awake. You understand? You know if you've been bad or good. God damn, there's 7 billion people on the planet. How the fuck you gonna know all that? He know when you're sleeping, he know when you're awake. What the fuck you doing, Santa? You peeking through the window? What the fuck? Is you a creep? See what I'm saying? So what kind of motherfucker got that kind of power? And so people see those, you don't, this is a scientific experiment where we laying it out on the table. A lot of people's gonna say that Santa Claus is come out of St. Nicholas, goddamn lie. When you look at all the so-called attributes of St. Nicholas and compare them goddamn Santa Claus, the only one thing that they say that they really have in common is that they gave out gifts. St. Nicholas gave out gifts, but I don't think St. Nicholas as a man can jump down a goddamn chimney with the motherfucker on fire with a goddamn big bag of goddamn toys, and he already 300-400 pounds. You understand what I'm saying? And so we never heard of St. Nicholas doing no shit like that. And then if he came down the chimney, how the fuck he get back up the chimney? You understand what I'm saying? These is all kind of powers and shit that this so-called God Santa Claus have. Not knowing that's Odin. Just like y'all been tricked every fucking Wednesday to call on this, even if it ain't Wednesday. If you got money coming on Wednesday, you got to pay a bill on Wednesday. If you got to go pick Granny up and take her to the supermarket on Wednesday, you're going to call that. You're going to invoke that name. Now, if you think about how many, and then you talking about for the entire length of your life, of your conscious life, being in this landmass, where you calling on these deities every day. I wouldn't give a fuck if you claim you was a Christian. I wouldn't give a fuck if you claim you was a Muslim. You calling on them Viking gods probably hundreds of thousands of times more than you call on the gods you profess you believe in. That's facts. Because you might not, that's facts. That's facts. You know what I'm saying? And we got to deal, with the fact, that, we all the money that goes into these holidays where, black people, I don't give a fuck, this is white people, that's their holiday. You understand what I'm saying? So if they want to empower their own holidays, that's on them. That's what a people is supposed to do. But for black people to be spending this kind of money on, holidays is supposed to empower the community. You understand what I'm saying? You create holidays of African consciousness, where when you go spend $1 billion, that billion come back to the community. The community is flourishing. You don't just create holidays out the crack of your ass. You do that, you understand, to empower not only the community, and culturally, spiritually empowering them. To keep a certain conscience of certain types of spirits that keep the people thriving. Great warriors, great African queens, and that is of such a high standard. You know what I'm saying? That you need to call their names out over and over and over again to keep the standards of the people at the highest level. You see what I'm saying? That's what holidays is about, and they arbitrary. But when you think about all the major holidays, you understand me? They all European in consciousness, and they empower the very spirits, demonic spirits that enslaved and murdered and destroyed so much of our own culture. It's shameful. Honestly, it's shameful. I already came mind that I'm changing the days of the week. And I put a, I let people know, criminally, just like I say, Victoria, Lake Victoria, criminally renamed Lake Victoria. You understand what I'm saying? I'm changing that and put that emphasis on criminal to let you know that I'm destroying this energy and putting in place a new energy. Changing the name, fuck Julius Caesar. Goddamn it, the Romans destroyed Egypt. What the fuck we even went into Nubia and many parts of Northern Africa and destroyed it. They destroyed Carthage. Now, if they destroyed one of our great civilizations and destroyed many African lives, what the fuck is we still calling out their name? It's not enough to say we black power in this, and when your mind, the total consciousness of your mind change when you stop calling out these crap. I don't give a fuck by any means necessary. Now let me break this down for you before we even get, I got to warm up. Now let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna let y'all know where we at today and show you where we must be. Okay? Now, if you're on a PC, I'm on a Mac. Okay? Now, when you think about a computer, a particular kind of computer, you got a PC, okay? Say for instance, you got to have an operating system on any computer, okay? And that operating, when you turn your computer on, either it's Windows, that's an operating system. On Mac, it could be Leopard, it could be, whatever it is, it could be Leopard. Most of the Mac operating systems are named after cats. So, I know they got Leopard, Tiger, and, whatever particular operating system, if you update it or whatever. You okay? And so whatever operating system is on that computer, any of the programs that you got, it must be on the what the word I'm trying to say is configured to operate on that particular operating system. I don't care what program it is. It must be configured to operate on a Mac. It must be configured to operate on a PC. Okay, it'll tell you Windows compatible. It'll tell you Mac compatible. If it don't say compatible, then it won't work on a Mac or it won't work on that PC. Now they got some Mac programs that's been reconfigured to work on a PC. Like you could get iTunes, you could get Keynote for Windows, and it'll say that. Now, if you take that same program, say for instance, it's iTunes for Windows. If you try to take that and download it on a Mac, even though iTunes was created by Mac, if you take the one that was reconfigured for the PC and try to download it on a Mac, it ain't going to work. It's not going to work. You see what I'm saying? It's been reconfigured for a PC. Okay, now I don't know if Windows, but Mac don't usually take anything from anybody else. They don't usually do that. So what am I saying? What am I trying to? It's the operating system that is most important. See, we think we black power, but to what extent are we black power? See, black power is not our operating system. You see what I'm saying? It's still white power. But the black power has been reconfigured. It's a program. It's not an operating system right now. See, black power got to be an operating system. You see what I'm saying? Where everything in our lives got to be reconfigured to work on a black power operating system. Okay? Right now, we got a Black Power program that's been configured to work on a white power operating system. You see what I'm saying? That's where we at. And this is what a revolution is, when you overturn everything. You understand what I'm saying? You make it work for Black power in totality. Too many people is chained to the economic system of the white man. You understand? They're gonna always come up with an excuse or why they work for the white man. Okay? And I understand, the reality, but I don't understand. See, every time I say I understand, I got to say I don't understand, because that's me. I'm submitting to white power. Every time I say, "Oh, I understand," because no, I don't understand. I don't understand. You understand? Because we so bigger than what we could be, but we stagnate each year. We don't come up off of the white man titty. You understand? That's why we got so many that got these degrees and shit, and you still see that the majority of Black people are in the predicament that they in. You understand? Because this white power system ain't going nowhere. Okay? And you doing you getting a house and shit. That's all that shit is an illusion. Because we can have that shit and much, much more if we get our shit together. Okay? If Black people as a whole came together and moved to have a Black power operating system, not a Black power program, reconfigured. That's why you can listen to me. And it's in love now. This in love. This go for everybody. Okay? Ain't gonna take no shots at, and just say it's you, and you. It's all of us. You understand what I'm saying? It's all of us. You know what I'm saying? But we go run, work for the white man, and then we get off of work, and then we come on the internet and we become super nigga. See, that's a program. See, that's a program. And it'll work. It'll work for a lot of people. You understand? Keep you a little bit, sane, because you're still dealing with your culture, this, that, and the third. But the economic aspect of it don't nothing change. Not a motherfucking thing is changing. And we got to say, why isn't it changing? You understand what I'm saying? We have to say, why isn't it changing? Because we have a Black power program configured to run on a white power operating system. When we turn on our computer, I'm talking about the computer of our consciousness, living in this, it's a white power program. Straight up. It's a white power program. And we can have our books and whoop-de-woo, we can have that. But it's and it's not a program that's going to overthrow the operating system. You understand what I'm saying? Because the operating system got a way of shutting down any goddamn program that's not configured and talking the language of the program. It'll shut that shit down. It'll tell you this shit won't upload. It'll tell you that. Okay? Even if you was on some part, if you upload something off the internet, sometimes Mac could just say, we ain't uploading this shit. You understand what I'm saying? We're not uploading this shit. It's dangerous or whatever. You understand what I'm saying? It'll shut it down. So that's where we at today. You know what I'm saying? We got to be conscious that what we mouthing and we talking about Black power and really coming to reality, then you got to throw off the shackle. So now what am I saying? With these holidays. See, the holidays is one of those major aspects of the culture where you know where niggas' heads is at. You understand what I'm saying? Because if that do not change, there's not going to be no liberation for African people. If you continue to practice these holidays, I mean, every one of them, I don't give a damn which one it is. You understand what I'm saying? If you practice, and I mean that, if until we come up off of these, and not just come up, understand why we must come up off of these holidays. When we stop calling out their deities. Any man that call on another man deity, you're a slave. You're a slave. You got a slave mentality. I'm talking to all of us now. I don't want nobody to think, nigga, if you still over here, and we are, you know, are all over, still in the white structure. We still there. We fighting now. Okay? You can be a fighting rebel. Okay? You can be a fighting rebel. And that's what we are. But we still on the plantation. We still practicing this man's setup. And I don't give a goddamn. I mean, we got to quit making excuses. You understand what I'm saying? So wherever you at today, you got to make sure the babies don't have to go up that line. And they don't have to go up that line. Okay, I'm just gonna be 100. They don't have to go up that line. You choose for them to go up that line. You understand what I'm saying? You can give your children all type of things during the year, and you do not have to indulge in none of that shit. Okay? You don't. You do not. And you should make them understand that somebody got to come up off the crack. Straight the fuck up. You can't go in the closet and hit the crack pipe and then come out and talking about I don't smoke crack. You smoking crack, nigga. Okay, so if you don't understand that this is a drug that's killing us, we still got every other race is benefiting off of even the small mom and pop shit. And that's really where we should be, the first businesses we should take from from these foreigners. You know what I'm saying? If you don't see that, you understand, then it's not happening. Now, if we don't own the mom and pop store, because we talking real today. Most people, when they get up in the morning, motherfuckers got to go get what they need. Some niggas drink coffee, some niggas smoke a blunt. Some niggas even get some gin and whatever the fuck it is. You know what I'm saying? And where most people gonna go? Most people gonna go to the gas station. They're gonna go to the motherfucking liquor store. How many motherfucking times you gonna go to the gas station today? How many fucking times you gonna go to the liquor store in a day? You see what I'm saying? So shit, 2-3 times. Some people just run to the goddamn store all goddamn day. You know what I'm saying? You get your gas from the gas station. You get your blunts. You get all this shit. The Arab selling niggas whatever the fuck they want. The Korean, if you want to do your hair and shit, whoop-de-whoop, we cannot keep talking about this shit year after year after year after year after year. Okay? Year after year after year after year after year. Okay? We got to, and so we got to break that. We got to break that. That's going to be a determining factor. Showing is we really about liberation, or are we committed? Are we committed to being a slave for eternity for white people? That's just reality. Some niggas they don't have the will to overpower that addiction. They don't. Okay, they don't. And we're gonna have to be real. We can't be talking this shit because we becoming the church. Many of these niggas say motherfucker, you niggas is the church. The motherfucking church is motherfucking sitting there and whoop-de-whoop and run their motherfucking mouth. Yeah, we got wisdom, but what good is wisdom if you're not using that shit to your best benefit? Overthrowing the shackles and slavery. And so my thing is looking at the mom and pop store, because that's where people gonna spend a majority of their money on a daily basis. Okay, everybody can't run to the mall, so the mall is gonna be the damn mom and pop stores. It's gonna be even the so-called restaurants that niggas go get, they chicken and all they fish and shit. In Detroit, there's a lot of Arab. Goddamn it, cooking fish and chicken. Goddamn Arab didn't even know what a chicken was till he came to America. Didn't even know what a chicken was. You know what I'm saying? Fried chicken. You got Arabs that's cooking pizza and shit. You know what I'm saying? Cooking pizza and shit. Anything you need. Come in there, get your blunt, get you some chicken, get you all that. You understand what I mean? He's snatching all your goddamn, and what do? He take your money and go out there and build up his community, send his children to college. You understand what I'm saying? And create another generation of slave masters over your babies. And you still up here trying to make an excuse while you indulging in all these motherfucking holidays when you niggas need to be taking that fucking money and putting it together and starting right there in the community, running them motherfuckers out, running them out. And sometimes we need to come together. Sometimes it take more than one person or two. It might take 3, 4, 5. But then you got to, take in consideration some of you niggas is thieves. You know what I'm saying? We got so many ill fucking energies in the, in this. So, and I'm not a part of no conscious community. I have always said that shit. Conscious of fucking what? That don't say you conscious of true. Conscious, you got fags in the goddamn conscious community. I'm gonna say that. You know what I'm saying? You got all type of sick motherfuckers in that shit wide open. It don't say what you This is the gas movement. We being specific. We about global African supremacy. You understand what I'm saying? We're about African nationalism because we know, but the nationalism start first in the individual, then in the home. Too many of you niggas say we're gonna build schools. How you gonna build schools, nigga? And you ain't even got no African household. You understand? When you can't start in no school, you got to start at the crib, nigga. See, that's what niggas don't want to do. They always running from the essentials. Shit, nigga, you can go wherever the fuck until you start here in the individual mind. Everybody got to be responsible for their own actions. You see what I'm saying? That's why you can come to a Black Power event and you can get every motherfucker in there, Black Power, Black Power, Black Power. Then go right out that motherfucker and do white power. Confused in a motherfucker. You understand what I'm saying? And then we lag too long on, certain shit that we got to get out the way. We got to be moving. We got to get a list of shit that we need to do and get it done. You understand? So we can move on to greater shit. You understand? When we've been working on too much shit for too goddamn long. What happens? If a train moves slow, you know what happened? A lot of vagabonds jump on that bitch. That's all they do. Soon as the train stop, here come the vagabonds. They want a free ride. They jump right on that bitch. And then when you get ready to take off, you like, goddamn, you pushing this motherfucker to the ground. This bitch supposed to be moving. You say, goddamn, why this bitch taking so long to get rolling? Because you don't understand it's too many vagabonds on this motherfucking, on this train. You got to keep moving. When you stop, you let the right motherfuckers on and you take right the fuck off. You don't stagnate. You know what I'm saying? And so I had to come and touch on these holidays. Now I did, Christmas and I ain't even do Christmas. I did New Year's, which ain't no New Year. I know your niggas went out there and ain't no telling how much niggas spent on liquor. Got high, half you motherfuckers couldn't even get up this motherfucking morning. Know what I'm saying? Niggas go out, you can hear in all the goddamn black communities, niggas busting off shot. But when we need a motherfucker to bust off a shot, but I hear one of the sisters got, shot yesterday. I seen it on the news. I don't know if it was in Houston or whatever. At a Walmart, I think that's the news report that I seen. Some white man then shot a sister and a baby, killed the baby. You understand what I'm saying? Now niggas shot off so many fucking rounds last night. Where one of you niggas at today? And we don't need nobody to raise their hand. How many brothers then rolled on another brother? You ain't gonna tell everybody. We don't need no motherfucker to run their mouth and shit. Y'all niggas know how to operate on each other, but then when it comes to operating on this beast, you act like you don't know how to operate. You understand? We don't need no motherfuckers to raise their hand. When you want to ride on your brother, nigga, you mask up and do whatever the fuck you do. Shoot people that ain't even supposed to be shot. Shoot their mama, by mistake and shit, and shoot babies in the house and shit. And you can live with that. But when it comes time for you to defend your own community and people, we can't find no soldiers. We can't find no soldiers. We got to do better. You see what I'm saying? That show you how the rest of the world don't respect us. I'm talking to my brothers out there. You see what I'm saying? You know, you got certain communities. Hear me out. I don't care whatever big city you in. If you from one side of the town and you know another side of town ain't down with your clique, you stay your ass from over there. Cause you know if you take your monkey ass over there, they're gonna Reynolds wrap your ass. You know that. So you keep your ass from over there. Now, why do certain people, why do white people and all these other people feel comfortable coming in our community and doing this shit? And don't nobody holler. Don't nobody holler. You understand what I'm saying? That's a punk motherfucker. You niggas gonna be hard motherfuckers. We don't need to be taught this shit. We do it, been doing it for generations, riding on our own. And then we got to go, you know, we ain't got to go out on no motherfucking corner with no, you know, a lot of motherfuckers want to go out there and hold heat. No, nigga, you ain't got to show a bitch shit. Nigga, until the Grim Reaper coming, nigga. You ain't got to go out there and march and shit because we gorillas. This is a guerrilla warfare. You understand what I'm saying? You don't go out there, nigga, because then they're going to send the motherfucker, you know, they're going to send the Klan down on your ass. And then when it come down to it, if your heart ain't really where you think it is, bitch, you going to be embarrassed because they're going to snatch y'all motherfuckers the fuck up. You understand what I'm saying? Take your ass down there and give your ass 10, 15 years. You ain't got to operate like that. Don't mean be a bitch. That mean operate like you supposed to operate. Okay? When you go shoot your goddamn brother, you don't go down there advertising, marching on the goddamn corner. You come creeping, nigga. You come in the goddamn darkness of night on the motherfucker and snatch his ass into the unknown. So here we is today, and niggas acting like, you know, just because motherfuckers don't go out there and do no silly shit and put their motherfucking self, and you out there with some old ass guns and shit, and these niggas out here shooting shit from drones and shit. Fuck around and blow the whole fucking house up on your dumb ass. You know what I'm saying? We gorillas. And I'm gonna leave that there. I'm gonna leave that there. But another sister, you know, was murdered by a beast again, and a baby. You know, and I'm thinking it's the same broadcast. Because when I woke up, I looked at the news. And it was saying a woman had been shot at a Walmart and a child was in there. You know, the baby was murdered and whatever. You know, and then later on that day, I heard a report where a black woman had been shot, you know, down in Houston. And then, so I don't know if that's the same, but a black woman was shot and killed. Okay. And if I'm not mistaken, that was her baby was also killed too. A shame. A shame. Why do these people feel comfortable saying the shit and doing the shit they do? Because you niggas ain't coming with that right mentality. You understand what I'm saying? The same kind of mentality you put down on your own brothers and sisters. You niggas is hard as fuck on your own brothers and sisters, and y'all know this. We ain't even have to go. If you go to any major city, you niggas know how y'all operate. So we ain't got to ask a nigga why, nigga, we shouldn't even have to say shit. We shouldn't even have to say. All you should hear is a motherfucking newscast where that shit been happening. Flat out. Now, when you start lining that up, then that puts fear in the motherfucking heart. Okay, well, I don't know if I should go over there. Because them niggas get back. You understand what I'm saying? Them motherfuckers get back. Them motherfuckers get where the nigga quit. You know what I'm saying? But we don't have that, you know, that presence on other people that we have on ourselves. But the time is coming. The time is coming. You understand what I'm saying? The time is coming. That's what I'm talking about this operating, where we get sick and tired of operating on a system that not taking us no damn way. We dealing with chronology. We dealing with many of these demonic entities that, you know, we emulate, and, you know, even Father Time, which is Saturn, which is Cronus, that's why they say chronology, Cronus, who ate his children, murdered his own father. And so this is the Father of Time. Well, if it is, we ain't got nothing coming. We ain't got a goddamn thing coming. Type of entity is that. And we're going to go out there blowing goddamn whistles and shit and all of this, getting drunk, that's Bacchus. You know, you went out there intoxicant. You know, you're mimicking Bacchus and shit, and you invigorating the wicked spirit of Bacchus, you know, intoxicant deity, and a baby on top of that. You're not understanding that this is child sacrifice hidden inside of the celebration. You know what I'm saying? Pornography, child pornography, and all this dumb shit that these people, and it's in every holiday, every fucking holiday. And you niggas make a way. That's why we need the sickle. We need the sickle. We need to chop down a lot of this unwanted weeds in the community. We got to step up. But the first place you start is in your own mind. You see what I'm saying? You start with your own children. If you conscious, it should be no way that they have nothing to do with none of them holidays. You see what I'm saying? They should be, you know, that you should get them, you know, loving, making wealth. Not just money, but wealth. Building up, you know, products and, you know, get loving, making that money, but making wealth. When you manufacturing, you understand what I'm saying? And you can pass down manufacturing and production generation to generation. That's wealth. You see what I'm saying? Motherfucker take the money from you, but if you got the knowledge to create and manufacture and create, you know, a international company where you can employ, you know, Africans on 2-3 different continents. You got an international corporation. You understand what I'm saying? Now we starting to build wealth. You know what I'm saying? We got to take some of this major, you know, these major survival institutions, you know, from up out of the hands of other people. And until we do that, it's just a black power program. You're going to go in, do your thing at the white man business. You understand what I'm saying? Come out, run up in the goddamn telephone booth, spin around 3 times, come out, then you super nigga. You understand? After you done did your 9 to 5, you run and you're super nigga. We on the white man's internet. Every time I get too riled up, they gonna snatch my shit off. You understand what I'm saying? So in order, you understand, for me to stay up here for any length of time, I have to watch some of the shit I say. Even though I'm still gonna be SETI, but I can, you know, y'all know how I can get. I can go on, I can turn up to level 200 and don't give a fuck about what come out my mouth. You understand what I'm saying? Not that I'm some, you know, ignorant in that bitch. I'm a rebel. I'm letting you know that in my heart, bitch, I don't conform to nothing. When it comes down, and especially when the spirit is moving through me, and I know what I'm saying is the truth, then, you know, I just say what it is. You understand? But anywhere you go in any given space and time, any individual who's supposed to be a slave or, you know, under submission to another, if you get to speaking like that, they coming to see you. But, you know, I don't fear nothing. You understand? I done live my life like this. Ain't no motherfucker, ain't no scripts or ain't no nothing. Some of you niggas so scripted. You understand what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? This is how you know when an individual is speaking from their heart. You know what I'm saying? Some of you niggas just, you know, get up here and fake and flodge and shit and say, you know, keep it moving, nigga. If you, that's who you keep it goddamn moving. I don't give a goddamn what nobody say about me, bitch. Bye. You ain't gonna do shit. You ain't gonna say, you know, see me, nigga. I tell them motherfucker, because I'm standing on me. I'm standing on what I believe. I'm going your shit over to your shit and hate on you. Hope you prosper, nigga. Whatever you say, I hope you prosper. But I know that energy of this movement is reaching out to all sectors of African society. You know what I'm saying? And we getting feedback from all over the world. And so again, I'm starting the day warming up. The holidays is a major, we spending billions and billions. It's ridiculous. Say it to yourself. It's shameful. It's shameful. Go look in the mirror, and I'm gonna get started in 2 minutes. I always have to warm up. You know what I'm saying? Get fired up. So when I hit this information, I'm rolling. You understand what? I'll never start cold. I got to shoot it, I got to shoot around. You know what I'm saying? Look at yourself, and you talking about a new year. If you want it to be the new year, I don't understand why. You understand? You got to shift from that. You understand what any day could be a new year, long as you're on the 364 and 1/4 day, and if you keep the calculations like it's, then any day of that year could be a new year. Oh, I mean a new year. That's right, a new year. So if you want it to be in January, it could be in January. If you want it in February, it could be in February. Any month, any day of any month could be the new year. So it's arbitrary to a people's culture. As we spoke yesterday, you got two hemispheres. That's why when you look at the Egyptian temple, you see two obelisks, and that lets you know it's two polarities. It's two polarities. And so again, December 21st is the winter solstice in the northern hemisphere. But if you go down in the summer, in the southern hemisphere, it's the summer solstice, and it flipped. Okay, so when you come to the summer solstice in the northern hemisphere, it's not the winter solstice in the southern hemisphere. It's more like the rainy season. You see what I'm saying? But it's still warm. I was in Ethiopia in December and January, and yeah, we was up in the mountains. It depends on where you at. Ethiopia got a lot of high areas. Like Lalibela, that's damn near like Tibet. That's up in the mountains. So if you up there at night, it could get cold because you at high altitude. But in the day, it was hot. It was hot. Nigga, you ain't know it's hot. You sweating and shit and whatever. And so you talking about in December and in January. So there is no winter. So that show you how we trap. We can't be free and we still think like these Pecker Woods. It is not free. And you judge your freedom, by how much the change you take off of your mind. That's where you start. That's why the families can't operate. You know what I'm saying? Because it go down to the individual mind. You understand what I'm saying? You could have 3-4 people in your family, but if one motherfucker is gonna be disgruntled and he gonna be a disorderly individual, you understand what I'm saying? Then that can fuck up the whole household. You understand what I'm saying? That's why each individual got to look in the mirror and have to judge themselves first. Am I doing all I could do to be the best African that I could be? You understand? And when we take that self-inventory and make sure we doing the best that we could do, when the family come together, it's gonna blow. It's gonna blow because everybody, and then you encouraging each other to keep up the good work. But if ain't nobody taken that self-inventory, you're not making a list of necessary changes, of necessary goals, short-term goals, long, and making and putting a due date on some of that shit. Some of us been doing some of the same shit for years and years and years, and they ain't never completed one motherfucking task. See, we bullshit. So if you talking about that's what we got to do. We got to do some major shit this year, but individually. And then we come together as a family, and then seeing that African household step up, preserving some of that wealth. This is what not just to go out here and say, oh, Santa Claus is old. What the fuck difference do that make, bitch, if you're still spending all that goddamn money during the season for any purpose? For any purpose. For any goddamn purpose. We got to stop that. We got to stop that. We got to come up off the habits, the detrimental habits that we got. Now, okay, let's move into the slides. Let's move into the slide. Let's move into the slide. Let me get some water, y'all. We about to get fire on here now. If you love Santa Claus, you better get up off of this motherfucker right now. Better go on and get the fuck on. Because it's going to be brutal on old Santa. And I'm gonna show y'all some things. And and I'm still on this new year. Because I'm gonna show you some shit if you in Philadelphia today. If I got any family out there from Philadelphia? Any family out there from Philadelphia? If you is, give me a shout out in the because I know y'all had that Murmurs parade out there. I know y'all had that Murmurs parade out there today. And that's some shit that come out of England. And matter of fact, it come out of northern France too. We're gonna talk about that today. Let me get my monitor up. Let me get my monitor up. We about to get live, y'all. We about to get live. Wake up. We gonna do some shit in this community that ain't nobody doing. We ain't about to be on, all that shit talking about we aboriginal and then motherfucking nigga, you a slave, nigga. Fuck out of here. Got no time for that dumb shit you niggas talking about. Let me turn this shit down. Y'all, okay, Jersey. Okay. That nigga say we African. What the nigga name prove Ice Wall, we African? You better act like it. I'm gonna get that nigga up off of there. You better hurry up and put up something. If you ain't African, get your ass off of here. Yeah, because they got that Murmurs parade up in Philadelphia. Hold on, let me get some water. We about to get live. We about to get live, y'all. All right. Get right back on this New Year's and move right on. I'm gonna move back into so-called Christmas. What did I leave off yesterday? I'm gonna jump right back on fire. You're gonna be like, God damn, you gonna think, nigga, I never ended yesterday. You're gonna say, God damn, this nigga jumped right back into it. I'm gonna start right here. Thank you, family, for your donation. Appreciate you. Okay, let me share my page. Let me share my page. About to go, y'all. About to go. About to go, y'all. Here we go. I know y'all watching. Okay, I'm gonna start right here. So we all know, if you did not know, you need to go do you some research. That English is not only a Germanic language. You know what I'm saying? Many of these motherfuckers just German. You know what I'm saying? When you think about the Vikings and you wonder why, 4 days of the week is named after Viking deities, it's for the fact that the Vikings had conquered Britain for many hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. Okay, the Romans was the dominant power on the so-called continent of Europe. So as the Romans conquered all of, Western Europe, you understand? They took all them holidays that y'all know of today. Saturnalia, Lupercalia, Bacchus,ia. They had all these Roman holidays. Okay, so when you go indulge in most European holidays, even in America, Saturnalia is the basis of all them holidays. They do the same shit. You think they put on masks just at Halloween. If you went to Murmurs Day parade in Philadelphia, Now that parade come out of the festival of food, okay? And which was ruled by the Lord of Misrule. And who was the Lord? The Joker. You understand? He was the king or the Lord of Misrule. And everything was upside down. I mean, we talking about even the priests, the clergy and they was dressing, cross-dressing. And if you went to the Murmurs Day Parade, see, that come out of Britain, it come out of northern France. And because the priest the church was so indulged in it, you got priests inside church cross-dressing. They had to ban the shit. But it went on for damn near 700-800 years before they banned it. And that come out of Saturnalia. Okay, so when you go to Murmurs Day Parade, and they got it in Britain, they still have it in Britain. They call it Darky Day. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if you went over there, they call it Darky Day. And they dress up blackface, disrespectful. I mean, do you know how many holidays where they dress up in blackface to be just disrespectful to our people? And then got enough nerve when somebody go in on their ass to say we racist and this, that, and they got all these damn racist holidays all over the damn European world. Okay? So for all intents and purposes, the English people have much Viking blood running through their veins, and in certain regions may be the predominant blood type. So when you're looking at the Viking, we talking about Scandinavia, and you can hear scandalous inside of Scandinavia. They're just letting you know what you're getting. Now you calling on these gods from Scandinavia, the land of the scandalous. Okay? And I went over yesterday how many words of destruction actually come out of the Scandinavian culture. You understand what I'm saying? Rome was destroyed by the Vandals, okay? Which is another Germanic tribe, okay? Where you get vandal, where you get vandalized, when you vandalize some shit, okay? And then what you call the shock troops of the Vikings was called the berserkers. So you hear berserk, that's where the word berserk come from, okay? Then you got Loki. If you watch Marvel, Loki, where you loke out on the motherfucker, okay? And then Norn, where you see the Nordics, you're going to see the root of that is witch. That's why you call the fates in the Viking culture is called the Norns. They was witches. So that lets you know it ain't nothing but a land of witches. Nordics, even though North is in that, Norn is in that, okay? Norn is in that. So that's also showing you and proof that witchcraft, was dominant in that land. And that's why when the Christians, who ain't nothing but witches too, conquered, they had more than crusades in Jerusalem. They had northern crusades too, where they went up there in the Viking lands and shit and brung them to their knees. You see what I'm saying? And co-opted much of their culture. Where they didn't hide it, they co-opted it. You understand what I'm saying? And try to mask it with some Christianity. But that's what the Romans are. They conquer so many people, but they co-opt it. They don't get rid of it. They co-opt it and they mask it with a saint or this, that, and say, this is Santa Claus is Saint Nick. Ain't no Saint Nicholas. He's a myth. He's a goddamn myth, which we gonna show. So when we talk about Santa living at the North Pole, okay, that's more speaking of where ain't no goddamn Saint Nicholas lived at no North Pole. He lived in Turkey, but he did not live at the North Pole. See, that's that Scandinavian culture that we talking about. If Santa Claus lives at the North Pole, then the Scandinavian nations have a much greater claim to his origin. Okay, so when you see this, and you see Odin, you see even the look of him. That ain't, if you look at his heavy set, you know, full beard, but most of the white man's deities are full beard. If you look at Zeus, if you look at Jupiter, even if you go to the Sistine Chapel and look up his, and so-called God is up in, you know, butt naked up in the goddamn Sistine Chapel, you see he's full beard. Okay? So with the conquest of the British Isles, the Romans brought with them Saturnalia, Lupercalia, and all forms of Roman holidays and festivals, and they began their conquest in 43 AD under the Emperor Claudius. So that shit been there for a long time. Okay, so I don't want y'all to be confused. That Saturnalia, Lupercalia, and all of that shit been in Britain. And why am I saying that? Because the British are the dominant people, European peoples that came to America. Okay? So you're looking at the Roman Empire at its greatest, its greatest boundaries. You understand? When it had the most land under its conquest, even going down to the Sudan, you know, conquering most of northern Africa, Spain, Greece. You understand what I'm saying? Even Turkey, going all off even to Persia, you know, into modern day Iraq and Iran. You see what I'm saying? And so these holidays took, along with Lupercalia, wherever they conquered, you know, many of the Mithraism, which came out of Persia, went to all parts of the empire. Okay? And so when you're looking at the Vikings, this showing you the land masses that they dominated. For, you know, even London. London was under Viking rule. London was under Viking rule, what they call Dane land, because they Danes. If you talk about Denmark, Sweden, Norway, you see what I'm saying? That shit was called Dane land before it was ever called Britain. See, that shit is a modern name. You know what I'm saying? That's a modern name. It was no Britain at that time. You see what I'm saying? So Scotland, Ireland, them damn Vikings was all, and then they had much of the coastland of France. You understand what I'm saying? Even around into Germany and so on and so forth. And so you see the English brought their Roman, Nordic, Viking culture to America. Okay, that's why you got the Minnesota Vikings, you got the Raiders, and that right there, Raiders, raiding. You understand what I'm saying? To show you what type of people to see. And you calling on their goddamn deities, and you fucking indulging economically. You know, you bleeding the life out of the African community, you know, indulging in this goddamn culture of these barbarians. Now, this what you're looking at right here, and we got to look at this. Because a lot of people don't understand that Santa Claus is the latest and the greatest of the so-called, you know, the entities that during Yule or during the Christmas time that even deliver gifts. Okay? And we got to be real about it. For most of the European world, the time which y'all call Christmas was a time of fear. Because when you're talking about being up in Europe, you talking about being in cold fucking climate. You talking about you can't see because it's snowing all over the goddamn place. The sun is not out. It's dark as fuck. You ain't got no lighting today. You might have a torch. You got all type of hungry ass animals out and shit. And so at that time, they had more stories of vicious trolls and, you know, sick spirits and shit that would be out at this time. You see what I'm saying? So Santa Claus made them dress a lot of that shit up. But Santa Claus is the last of these type of figures. Okay, Father Christmas came before Santa Claus. Okay, all these, you got God Jewel. or, Nisi, which is a Christmas gnome. You understand? Little short, little gnome that would deliver gifts. This before Santa Claus. The Yule goat, where them white people in Switzerland dress up as the goat and deliver gifts. I'm going to show you that. In Russia, which they came much later, called Grandfather Frost. And then you got Santa Claus, which is, a lot of, what came to be Santa Claus, because Santa Claus is only anglicized. It's the same as Santa Claus. But damn, in the Netherlands, he don't come on December 25th. He come on December 5th. Okay, that's the birth date of the fake Saint Nicholas. Okay, that's, so that's Santa Claus. And so you got many different figures over Europe. And then in Iceland, you got what they call the Yule troll. And it's like, I think it's like 12 of them, and they all mischievous. Ain't nothing good about them. And then you got the Christmas man. And he looked like a goddamn savage bum that's going. Now, who the fuck? And I'm going to show you this. Okay, let me come out of this. I don't need to read all this right now. Let me come out of this. Okay, yeah, that's good. I'll start right there. Okay, St. Nicholas Day. Okay, which he arrives from Spain. Okay, he don't come on no damn sled, no reindeer sled. Nah, this is where you get Krampus from. Okay, because he'll have this goat demon chained. You understand what I'm saying? This coming from the Christian dominant, when the Christians conquered the pagans, because the goat was their supreme god, they show Krampus chained. This is symbolic of conquering the pagans. But in other instances, they show him as Black Pete, the Moor. So you know what I'm saying? They slick at that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they show Krampus, sometimes they show Black Pete. Okay? And, I think it's December 5th or when when he come to deliver the gifts. But December 6th is where they have many of their celebrations. So you see, he arrives on a boat from Spain. See, I'm showing you how the Santa Claus has developed from the original individuals that preceded him, and what they added and what they didn't show you. You understand what I'm saying? If you go, and I'm laying it all out so you can see the development of Santa Claus, so you can see the development of Christmas. Okay, coming up out of all these different European cultures. Okay, and when they started, they was not for children; they were for adults. Okay, that's why they got drunk and they doing all that, sexual perversion and all that shit. Okay, and so when he come off the boat, he gonna be on the horse. Now you can see all the black face. You can see them all on the boat. See, that's symbolic of the Moors. And they're going to tell you that Moor don't mean black. And the European easily show you that he remember better than anybody when the black man had his foot on the white man's neck in Europe. He know better than anybody what they look like. So you can see right here that Santa Claus is more Catholic in origin. You see right there, he got the Pope, the Dagon hat on his head, which I'm going to show, which is nothing but a Canaanite, a demon deity. And you can see as he rides on his horse, it looks like Odin when he rides on his horse. See, you got to go back and show the development. You can't just start with Santa Claus. Santa Claus is the last one. You got to show all the other figures, such as Santa Claus, Father Christmas, Odin, Thor, Saturn, Father Time. You got to show all of the elements that went into Santa Claus. So if you look at the hat, Santa Claus is a Dutch creation and comes on December 6th, not the 25th. Okay, and you look at that crown he got on, that's the fish god Dagon, which is supposed to be a Canaanite deity. Okay, We talking about how many other deities that's a part of that is hidden. That's why yesterday I showed you why them gods wear a hood, because that's a veil. It's always something hidden behind that. When a nigga wear a hood and he coming out the alley and he got his head down, he hiding his true identity. Okay? And you see right there that he's the fish god. And then what is another name for Christmas? Coming out of France, Noel, which is another Canaanite god, El. Noel. So I just showed you Dagon, and you can see right there, you can see the goddamn, he walking with death. And that's Father Time. He got the goddamn clock in his damn hand. That's showing you Saturn. That's showing you, goddamn it, Cronus. Okay, showing you that the Catholics have never given up them early Greco-Roman beliefs. You understand? They only combined all they conquered religions and added it all together. So you got to understand that the surface practices that you niggas is practicing is just surface. You got to pull back the veil and see the true religion. Now you see Santa Claus up on the roof. That's where Santa Claus get his going on the roof with the sled. Santa Claus did it before Santa Claus. But you see how he sent the black man to go down the chimney? You understand what I'm saying? He sent the black man to go down the chimney. See? And so when we say that Santa Claus is Dutch, then you got to see again. The Dutch was in the Atlantic slave trade, 1600 to 1815, never got out of it. So you see why they disrespect black people the way they do. You understand what I'm saying? Because the slave trade started for the European with the conquering of the Moors. When the Moors failed, then they went into the slave trade. You see what I'm saying? And the Moors was a lot of the middlemen that went into Africa for the European to show him the ins and outs of how to conquer the African people. Okay? So when you're looking at Black Pete takes the place of the goat devil Krampus today. Sometimes they show both of them. Okay? Now we have so many arguments with these niggas about how black more don't mean black. But goddamn it, the European know better than them niggas. They know who had their foot on their goddamn neck. Then they'll come on certain educational programs and then they try to show the Moors as Arab. But when they want to be disrespectful during St. Nicholas Day, they come out and show their true goddamn colors. You understand? And that's the same universal black face. Even the Mayans, which I showed on the Mayan Codex, when you show black face and red lips, that's almost universal characteristic of the black race. Okay? And so, like right here, they show Krampus. And so they didn't demonize, us. You see, they show Black Pete on one end, and then they show Krampus on the other end. See how Black Pete got that switch in his that's his left hand. I don't know, that's his left hand. If you look, he got a present in one hand, he got a switch in the other hand. So when you come over, you see the switch in Krampus' hand. Showing that so today we got to break the chains of that. And we see many of our people over there in the Netherlands boycotting that. Okay, now look at this. This is supposed to be Santa Claus. Okay, he looked much like Thor. And see what he doing? You see, I'm talking about to the left. He's sticking the damn scissors through the boy tongue. Okay, this Santa, so it ain't always been. And then you look to the right, you see Santa Claus with a switch whooping the shit out of the kids. See, they not showing you that part because they done sweeten Santa Claus up. They done sweeten Santa Claus up. You understand what I'm saying? Look at this. Here's Santa Claus. I call him Sinister Claus. Some people call him Santa Claus. I call him Sinister Claus. It's helping Black Pete to put the children in the bag. And the parents is back there looking like everything is okay. Go right on ahead. Take their ass on. We sick and tired of their ass any damn way. God damn it, if you don't take them, we gonna kill them. That's basically what they say. So I'm showing you that Christmas, for the most part, was a time of fear. for children. It wasn't a holiday that was centered around children being happy until until America reinvented that figure into what today is Santa Claus. Again, showing the Dutch and the Catholic Church, seeing blacks as demons. So you see on one to the left, you see Black Pete putting the white baby in the bag. And then in the other one, you see Krampus, the goat demon, the black goat demon. You understand? Putting the children in the bag. So that show you they see us as a demon. They have demonized us. And so then the question becomes, I'm showing you the origin. Now, how the hell you going to spend all your money on the day that when origin come out of your own demise, where they didn't demonize you, your culture, you're in chains. You're in chains. Black Pete be in chains. Krampus is in chains. Okay, you was a slave. And yet and still you spend billions and billions. That's, there's some serious going wrong with the black psyche. Okay? And so I'm going to keep it moving. I don't need that. Now, here we go. This is St. Nicholas. Now, this is an illustration of St. Nicholas resurrecting the 3 butchered children from grandees. You understand? Okay, wherever that is. So he, one of his miracles as a saint is that he resurrects 3 butchered children. So right there, we're dealing with child sacrifice. We're dealing with child murder, even in that story. We don't see it because you didn't take your time to go look this shit up. Okay? Now let me read something to y'all. Where's that at? Let me come out of that. Oh, right here. I got to read this. Listen to this. Very little is known about the historical St. Nicholas. The earliest accounts of his life were written centuries after his death and contain many legendary elaborations. I must say that again. Very little is known about the historical Santa Claus. The earliest accounts of his life were written centuries after his death and contain many legendary elaborations. I'm going to go down here. Very little at all. And I got this off a biography. You could go and look this shit up. It's historical fact. Very little at all is known about St. Nicholas' historical life. Any writings Nicholas himself may have produced have been lost, and he is not mentioned by any contemporary chroniclers. Let me come up so y'all can see me. Okay. I had to come up. See, so I had to bring that up because a lot of people try to say Santa Claus is St. Nicholas and this, that, and the third. And right there, the documents prove that all of that shit about St. Nicholas was created hundreds of years after his death. And they created those stories to give them an excuse on why, they worship in this Santa Claus, and which they know is Odin. They trying to say Santa Claus is Saint Nicholas, but in reality, they created Saint Nicholas to give them an excuse to hide Odin. They knew it was Odin all along. And so they needed an excuse. So they created all he resurrected some damn butchered kids. Ain't no motherfucker resurrecting. If your ass is out of here, nigga, you out of here. So that just is a motherfucking myth. You know what I'm saying? That's just a myth. So when we lay out the fact of the similarities between Santa Claus, we about to go into it. And when we get on that Santa Claus shit, it's going to be a roller coaster ride. Okay? We just warming up. So don't go no damn where. Okay, stay right there, because when we start going into that sign of shit, it's gonna roll. You're gonna be like, God damn. You know what I'm saying? So I'm letting y'all know that it's not no St. Nicholas. All of that shit is myth. Okay, that shit, that shit is myth. Santa Claus did not come out of St. Nicholas. Okay? Santa Claus is Odin and Thor. Santa Claus is Odin and Thor. Father Christmas is Odin and Thor. Okay, there's a variation of that concept in many different regions in Europe. So when you go in Europe, it ain't gonna be no one version. It's gonna be many different versions, but it all go back to Odin and Thor. Okay, and I'm gonna prove it when I lay out the similarities. And since you don't have no contemporary chronicler, that means chroniclers of the time in which that man lived, no chronicler, nobody ever wrote of him. Now, how you gonna be all powerful? That's just like Jesus. He had no chroniclers that ever mentioned his name during the time in which he walked the earth. Had no chroniclers. Okay, so everything that been created and said about Saint Nicholas came many, many, many years after his death. They made that shit up. They needed an excuse. Okay, they Christianized everything and put a saint on it. Okay, they Christianized everything, put a saint on it. Even Krampus was a goat god they already had, and they changed his ass. They didn't get rid of him, they just changed him and made him do work for Santa Claus. Okay, which come out of Thor, because them pagans was worshiping Thor, who rode on a cart pulled by two goats, which come out is the same worship of Pan. Them goddamn Europeans love that goddamn goat. Okay, we're gonna get on this shit now. Let me get back on here. Gonna work out. You gonna learn today, nigga. You ain't learned nothing else. Okay? Where was it? Where I'm at? Let me get an overview. Let me get an overview of where I'm at. Okay, we about to go into Pan. Okay, now let me go up here, so y'all can understand why I'm going off in the Pan. Because, we're talking about the new year. And when you talk about Capricorn, okay, you talking about the goat. Where that at? You see what I'm saying? Capricorn dates December 22nd to January 19th. Okay? The symbol of the Capricorn is the goat. That's Pan. Okay? And we about to get off into that. That's where you get pandemonium. This is where you get pander. When you motherfucking selling women, you pandering. You understand what I'm saying? Use a pimp, nigga. Pandering can be pimping. You understand what I'm saying? Any sick pandemonium. Panic to panic. You see what I'm saying? When you use the term Pangea. You understand what I'm saying? When you use, any of the word. When you use the word Pan-African. You see what I'm saying? We're not using them terms. Nigga, we talking gas today. We talking global African supremacy. So now, let's get off into this. Let me take that out of there. Wait a minute, I didn't flip. Let me do this. Okay. Let me do this. Now let me get down here to this Pan. So you can see this shit. Okay? And you see that flute. I want y'all to pay attention to that. Okay? Look at this. You're looking at the goat. You see the crown? You see the crown of the goat? The crown of Cronus? That's why the satyr is sacred to Saturn. That's his grandchildren. You see what I'm saying? The goat crown is on the goddamn, that's the crown of goddamn Statue of Liberty. The crown of damn Helios. The crown, even in Africa, is the sun burst. But to them, see, that's the veil. You think that's the sun. Nigga, that's the goat. So when you talk about Capricorn, you talk about Almathea. Now, who is Almathea? I'll deal with that when I deal with Thanksgiving. You understand what I'm saying? Almathea is a goat who was a nurse to Zeus, okay? And he was so strong that he pulled one of her horns off, and that became the cornucopia, okay? So even the cornucopia enduring goddamn Thanksgiving is the goat. So Capricorn is the goat. Then you're dealing with Thor is the goat. Then you're dealing with Baphomet is the goat. Okay, when you're dealing with Cramp, it's the goat. So we show you, pain come out of pain. Pain. Okay, you're talking about Pandora, who opened up the goddamn the eels of all the world. Pandora's box, pandemonium, panic. Then you got what they call it, horny goat weed. Now you goddamn, y'all gonna see that Pan is a sexual deviant. He kidnapped little boys, raped women. He tried to rape Aphrodite. Then you talking about Juno Febra, where they, which became Lupercilia. I didn't put it all in there. You understand what they sacrificed to go. So when we talk about a pagan, what is a pagan? Or a heath, okay? Where you call them a heathen. This is heath. Heath is swampish, boggy type lands. So a heathen is one who lives in untamed lands. This is what they call the heathens. And this was also the land, the type of land where Pan was known to roam. So a heathen is also a pagan, okay? Again, definition of heath, a low woody and often green evergreen plant that grows chiefly on poor wet soil. So people that lived in this area were called heathen or pagans, because this the same land where Pan was known to wander and dwell, okay? And you see him right here. This is where you get the horny goat weed. You understand what I'm saying? And he chasing little boys and shit. You know what I'm saying? With a hard on. This is ridiculous. You understand what I'm saying? Phaneus. In the Roman pantheon, he's called Phaneus. This is the equivalent of Pan. And if you watch Pan's Labyrinth, what they had, and you see him right there doing the same thing, enticing them little boys. You see him, Phaneus, copulating with the goat. So it's a bestiality energy, a pedophile energy in that concept of Pan. So when you call yourself a goddamn Capricorn, you understand what I'm saying? And you dealing with even the Yule and the Christmas, and you dealing with Thor, and you're dealing with Odin. You understand what I'm saying? And you even calling the continents Pangea, and you even talking about Pan-African, and you're doing all this, and you don't know the energy that you invoking when you use that goddamn term. Okay, the pedophile god who misled the youth for his own sexual perversion. Okay, and I'm gonna get back to that. The goat, and so you see, Thor was also in the sky long before Santa Claus, and his cart was pulled by what? The two goats. And his, okay, so one of his goats was named, I forget, the Thrasher and Cracker. Ain't that a damn shame? One of his goats was called Cracker. But he was the god of thunder and lightning. And two of Santa's reindeer, Blitzen, and what's the other one called? Dancer and Blitzen, if I'm not mistaken, which means thunder and lightning. So you see right there, Father Christmas. If you look down, you see what they call the June buck, which is the goat. You see, that's a part of all that Scandinavian Yule practice, which later became Christmas. Even when you go into so-called Palestine, they got a cave over there that they call the Cave of Pan. The Romans had temples in modern-day Israel where they was dedicated to Pan. And the cave is still over there. Before the birth of so-called Christ Jesus, the Palestinians were already in the worship of the goat pagan. Okay? And I have to I'll show y'all much later. You know, that cave, you know, I ain't got the video. Nah, if you go to the Vatican, the statue to the right supposed to be Moses. Now look at that. Look at that. Look at that. And now to the left, that's Pan. Now, what the fuck is the difference between them two statues right there? Go to the Vatican and type in Moses with horns, and this statue will pop up. And then I go to the Greek museum and I seen this statue of Pan. I said, well, goddamn, that's the same image of Moses. Talk to me, family. What the fuck do you believe? See, we coming with this. Now, when you look at the Pied Piper is only Pan with the flute and the demonic messages that lead the children to their doom, another form of child sacrifice. So if you see the Pied Piper blowing that flute, leading them children away, that's the same as this. You see what I'm saying? You see Pan with the flute, you see Fanus with the flute, and then you come right over here and see they slick. They know how to reinvent these legends in a way that you don't understand the origin of it. Okay, let me keep it moving. Now, we back on New Year's, y'all. We back on New Year. Because this festival, Feast of Fools, was between Christmas and New Year. Let me get some water, y'all. Let me get some water. And we some goddamn fools today, because we still feasting with the food. We is the food. We is the food. We is the goddamn food. We ain't even got to Santa Claus yet. But when we get, we rolling, family. Stay with me. Working out today. Working out today. I can't get out of these sick holidays without teaching y'all this. The New Year's feast that transformed fools into popes and kings. So this was a major holiday. It come out of Saturnalia, but in the medieval period, it was known as Feast of Fools. And I mean, you can see, and it was, you know, and it was ruled by the Lord of Misrule. And the Lord of Misrule is the Joker. He keeps shit, everything was upside down. You understand what I'm saying? That means men could dress up as women. Women could they cross-dress. You understand what I'm saying? They got drunk. They did, and the same activities you seeing in this picture, they was doing in the church. In the church. I mean, you could go in the damn church and they would be partying and rolling dice and doing all that right there in the church. It got so wicked to where they had to ban the motherfucker. So this is during Christmas time, y'all. You see them with the mask on? This is not Halloween. I want to be clear about this. This is at Christmas and New Year. Okay? Right here, listen to what it say. Priests and clerks may be seen wearing masks and monstrous visits at the hours of office. The theologians recounted, presumably with a sniff of horror. They dance in the choir, listen to that, dressed as women, panderers or minstrels. Okay, you hear that pan right there again. They sing wanton songs. They eat black pudding, blood pudding, while the celebrant is saying mass. Do you understand that? So they play at dice. They run and leap through the church without a blush at their own shame. So they were doing this shit in the church, okay? They was doing this shit in the church. And so let me keep moving. This is what you call today mummers, okay? Where they dress up in, you would think this was Halloween. This is not Halloween. This is at Christmas time. This is between Christmas and New Year. The Halloween type atmosphere practices even during the white man's New Year celebration. Okay? Priests and clergy cross-dressed and wore hideous masks during the Feast of Fools. And so we the goddamn fools today. We feasting with the fools and we is the fool. And this is the energy. And I'm going to show you how they still got murmur. You can look it up right here, murmur. An actor in a traditional mass mime, especially of a type associated with Christmas and popular in England in the 18th and 19th century. Okay? Murmur. Okay? Murmur. Okay? Now look at this. They still got the Mama's Day parade in Philly. Because what? Philadelphia is one of those major English colonies. So they brought that shit over with them. And you see them, they still cross-dressing. So I don't want you niggas to think, oh, it's over with. Bitch, it's still here. You dumbass nigga. Y'all dumb as fuck. And so that went on right there today. If you're in Philadelphia, it went on today in Philadelphia. Okay, look at this. Cross-dressing demons at the Mama's Parade, New Year's Day, Philly. Look at that. So they still doing the shit, dressing up. You would think this was Halloween. Now this is in Cornwall, Britain. They call it Darky, but it's Mama's Parade in Cornwall, where they dress up in blackface. Look at that. They call it Darky Day. Now, some of our people been trying to fight this. This is New York Times, 1964. Court denies Negro plea to ban blackface in Mama's Parade. Okay, this is special to the New York Times. Okay, Philadelphia, December 34. Judge Theodore L. Rimmel refused today to ban blackface clowns from the traditional New Year's Day parade. Okay, to show you that our family been trying to fight this shit. Saturnalia and the Festival of Fools is alive and well in many European American cities, and Mardi Gras is probably the most profound of the Festival of Fools in Saturnalia. Look at that. That's David Cameron, who was the Prime Minister of Britain before the woman that's in there now. May, whatever her name is, May. Okay, he preceded. So he right out there. He right out there partaking right along with the rest of them. Let me keep it moving. And so this Negro, like Collins say, if the white man can't beat you, he'll always get one of your own to come and try to deceive you. You understand what I'm saying? And so this nigga gonna try to dress Santa Claus up, trying to dress the obvious racism up of St. Nicholas Day. I'm going to show you. I think I took it out of there because I didn't want to, I'll get off into that later. Okay? Here. Look at this. I'm going to keep it moving. Look at this. You would think this was damn Halloween. Okay, there you go. So you see, they got so many holidays where they just dress up in blackface. So how the hell is y'all gonna be spending all y'all money partaking with these demons that don't even want you in the goddamn holiday? Y'all some damn fools. It is a festival of goddamn fools. We the fools. We the niggas dressing up. They used to dress up in all them fool ass. Now we dressing up. We the niggas dressing up. We the goddamn fools today. Look at that. St. Nicholas Day, Amsterdam, Netherlands. So they know what the Moors was. They know better than anybody. Dark skin, woolly hair. Okay, now let me get on off into this Yule go. Okay? Now you see to the right, Many of them damn Europeans, they dress up as the goat because Yule, which is the Nordic, the Viking Christmas, it wasn't no Christmas. See, the Catholics Christianized Yule, okay, and kept a lot of the tradition. The goat is sacred to Thor. So what they do, they dress up, put a goat mask on, and deliver presents. This before Santa Claus. See, this before Santa Claus, to prove to you that Santa Claus come from Odin and Thor. Okay, right here, jewel buck. Okay, dressing up as the goat to come deliver. So you look at the jewel bucking, pre-Christian, then came Santa Claus, then came Santa Claus. Okay, and so it is no doubt that Thor and Odin's travels through the night sky had a heavy impact on the night run of Santa Claus. Okay, and you see right there again, and you got one goat called Cracker and the other one called Nasher. So when we call the white man the Cracker, that's what he is. He's the Cracker. He's the goat. He's that, you understand? And when they say it, it's respectful because they understand what it means. So you see Odin, you know, he as the Yule goat. He's the goat because you see his eye missing. You see, so he'll dress up as Thor's goat. This is Sweden. You see, they never gave up the Pan worship. That goat is the most worshipped. The dog comes second, even though we think that is the dog. No, the goat is more venerated than even the dog. The goat, you see what I'm saying? This is in where they all come out. You see what I'm saying? And worship the goat in Sweden. Okay, let me keep it moving. So, see, it's venerated here, but when the Christians conquered the pagans, they chained the goat, and the Jew Bakken became Krampus. Let me look at it. See here? See how he come through the door with the bag of gifts with the goat? See, he bringing the presents. This predates Christianity. This predates Santa Claus. And you see, you supposed to guess who's under the goat mask, okay? This before Halloween. Let me keep it moving. And so when you're thinking about the light bringer, people talk about Lucifer. You understand what I'm saying? In many respects, Thor is one of the light bringers. Baldur is one of the light bringers. And if you look at it, which I'm getting into the German influence on the Madunetta. If you didn't get and how you see Hor in Thor, which is one of the names for Heru. And many people were going to say, well, Thor come out of Hor. That's a goddamn lie. They reverse engineered the Madunetta to make many of the Madunetta terminology sound like some goddamn German shit. Boy, I'm gonna wake y'all niggas up today. That's why Heru sound like Hercules, Hera, and all of that. That's where it's been reverse engineered because the Vikings didn't even exist at the time of goddamn ancient Egypt. The language was already dead before the Vikings even came on the scene. You dumbass motherfuckers. I'm sick of y'all niggas. Now listen, look at this. Now this is Krampus. Now I want y'all to understand, this is a Christmas celebration. A Yule celebration before Christmas. So they just had this festival, okay? Today, during Christmas. Look at this. Kidnap bad kids and take them down to the underworld. Let me go to the next one. You see him throw up that Baphomet? Look at this. Let me go back to that. What did it say? Saint Nick, sinister counterpart. Whipping the damn children. Boy, that's some wicked shit right there. Now look at that. They got the damn children crying like a motherfucker. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm gonna do that, to show you that they be drinking out the goat horns and out the deer horn, but they drink out the goat horn too. Okay, to let you know them Vikings drink. Now let me get where that Santa Claus shit at. Let me go on and get busy. And this is, you got to see this right here too, Jewel Buck, where the people dress up in all type of costumes. This is during Yule. This is not Halloween. You know what I'm saying? So all of these holidays, you think Halloween is, no, all they holidays is perverted like that. Mama's Day, New Year's Day, Christmas with the mummers, the members, okay? They all dress up in them crazy ass masks. Let me come down here. I might as well do this. I got to do this. Now, during Yule, they have something what they call the wild hunt. And that's when, Odin and all type of demons and ghosts, they ride through the night sky, okay? And if your ass get caught out there during that time, they will snatch your ass up. Either you will become a specter, a ghost, and you would have to ride eternally with them, or they would take you down to hell, okay? And you see right there, Odin leading the wild hunt through the sky. Odin was, and Odin had an 8-legged horse. Those became the 8 reindeer that pulled Santa's sled. They added on Rudolph much later. It originally had 8 reindeer, which represent the 8 legs of Odin's horse. Okay, and you see the specters or the fucking ghosts that's on the damn. They even got a female spirit, and I'm gonna get off into that. They even got witches that deliver the presents and this, that, and I ain't getting off into that today. That's a whole nother aspect that I have probably have to do tomorrow. You see what I'm saying? How many reindeer pulled Santa's sleigh? 8. How many legs on Odin's horse? 8. Okay? 2 of Santa's reindeer are called Donner, which means thunder in German, and Blitzen, lightning in English, which Thor was the god of thunder and lightning. Okay? Thor was the god of thunder and lightning, and 2 of Santa's reindeer are called Donner, thunder in German, and Blitzen, lightning in English. Okay? And here go your god, Thor, god of thunder and lightning. Okay? Then you're looking at, okay, This is Father, this ain't Father Time, this Father Christmas. This is the English persuasion, pre-Santa, okay? And he was dressed up in green. You see him with that switch? Why am I showing you this? Because he wasn't always friendly to children. Shit, he was whooping ass. You'll see, you know, now we getting to the elves. We're getting to the elves now to show and prove. Now, when you go off into the Viking mythology, it was the elves that made all the sacred weapons of the gods. It was the elves that made Thor's hammer. Okay? Now, you can see clearly that Santa is a carpenter. You see him with the hammer. Okay, you see him with the hammer. Okay? Carrying the hammer just like Thor carried the hammer. You see what I'm saying? Showing that they was carpenters. And you know what I'm saying? Or craftsmen. And the elves made, just like the dwarves made all the sacred weapons of the gods, the elves made all the toys. That's not no coincidence. You're looking at the similarities between Santa and the Nordic gods is too obvious. That's who he was. But let me show you something, where they got it from. You see the smiting of the enemy, where the Pharaoh carried the hammer, the mallet, cracking heads. You see what I'm saying? So you see that and then Jesus as a carpenter, again, borrowing from earlier European traditions and ancient African traditions, all that preceded Jesus by thousands of years. Look at that. All of them carrying the hammer. But the oldest is the African. We talking real talk today. We talking real talk. So that just like the elves, the dwarves in Nordic mythology created all the weapons, the magical weapons, they created all the magical weapons of the gods. And you come in Santa Claus, he's a carpenter, and all the elves make the weapon, make all the toys. Okay? And then you got Jesus as a carpenter. And then we look at how the Romans, also Saturnalia, you see how the elves got Arabian damn shoes on. Look at that. You ain't wearing none of that shit in no cold. Your motherfucking feet will freeze like a motherfucker. Okay? Women, keep it moving. Fire worship. Okay? We talking about Santa has the power of God. I'm going to keep going. I ain't going to be going too much. We have to pick up tomorrow. Okay? I'm going to go on about, I go to about a half an hour more. You know what I'm saying? We just had to pick up tomorrow. Okay? Santa has the power of God. He knows what 7 billion people are thinking. Okay? He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. Who else has this kind of power but God? Okay? He got the list. He got a list of 7 billion people, what they want. He knows it's the list of naughty and nice. And that's the same as Janus with the key. You understand what I'm saying? Just St. Peter with the book of life at the gate of heaven with the book of life, and Santa with the list of naughty and nice. So you see all of this interchangeable. You understand? Preceding Peter. You understand? Wasn't no goddamn Peter yet. Okay? Traveling to billions of homes on 7 different continents in less than 12 fucking hours. Who else had this kind of power but God? Okay? You go down in his bag and pull out millions of Xboxes and PlayStations, flat screens, laptop, tablets, iPhone, and toys of every kind. Who else has this kind of power but God? You see? Now look at this. Santa is a shapeshifter. See, that's Odin. He's also known as a shapeshifter. You understand what I'm saying? He's a shape. And so he has to be a shapeshifter to get down the chimney as heavy as he is. Then he got to get the bag down. Where is he getting his power to do this? Okay? Where is he getting his power to do this? This is Odin. And so when we talk about the chimney, We talking about the fireplace. Say, see, this is an altar for the European in the cold. They sacrifice at the altar. They, during Yule, the first day of Yule, which is December 21st, they have to burn that Yule log. And that's a sacred log to keep demons from coming down the chimney. And it got to burn all night, all day and all night. You understand what I'm saying? And in that climate, you were given a very special duty to keep that fire burning. Just like you got the eternal fire of Greece. You got to keep, because if that fire go out, you motherfuckers gonna freeze. So, they sacrifice and have many rituals around that fireplace. So Santa is a hearth. They call that the hearth. Hearth, the fireplace. So he's a hearth god, okay? But he got to be a shapeshifter to get down that goddamn chimney. And how do he come down the chimney if the fire is burning? Okay, you got to understand that. How do we get that bag down the chimney and always keep the bag full? See, that's the power of a deity. So in Greece and Rome, you see Hester. She was in charge in Greece of the eternal fire, the eternal flame, which they light for the Olympics. That's where that fire supposedly come from, the eternal fire, okay? But, she was born of the first generation of Olympians responsible for the eternal flame of Mount Olympus. So she's a hearth god. So Santa is also a hearth god. You understand what I'm saying? Because he come down the fireplace. Okay, if Hester's hearth flame was extinguished in the home, it was considered a derelict of domestic and religious duty on the part of those responsible for tending it. Do you understand that? So if you let that fire out, you was punished. You was punished. You see Santa at the bottom, you understand? And then you got Thor. His red beard, red head, because his symbol was the fire. Because before Santa, it was Odin. You see them damn stockings that's on the fireplace? Those were stuffed not with presents, but with carrots, with hay, and those were for Odin's, that was for Odin's horse. You see, they left that out for Odin's horse. So Odin was the hearth god. Thor was the hearth god. Who else gets down the chimney? How else does he get down the chimney unless he shapeshift? Odin was a shapeshifter, okay? And then he got this magical bag. You see, they keep them runes in there, and another thing to show you that Odin was a sorcerer. If you watch Lord of the Rings, Gandalf is Odin. That's who Odin is. He's a goddamn shaman. He's a sorcerer. So they keep them runes in a bag, okay? And one of them rings, this is crazy because the dwarves created a ring for Odin. It's one of the most powerful rings ever. It is made of solid gold with all type of gems in it, and it recreates itself 8 times every 7 days. You know what I'm saying? 8 more rings are being there. So whoever got that ring will be eternally wealthy. You probably look and got mounds and mountains of damn gold. Got this one ring. So that reminds me of the gifts, how they continue to replenish themselves. Talking to y'all today. So look at Santa. Now, how else is he going to come down that damn fireplace? Come down the hearth with fire if he's not God. He's not a man. He's a deity. We got to understand that, okay? Let me move out of this. So you see right there, before there was any presents or anything, they would put radishes, they would put carrots, they would put hay in there for Odin's horse, okay? That's what they was originally for. So, Santa is a hearth deity. Let me go down here because I want y'all to see. Oh yeah, I got more. I'm gonna stop with the Christmas tree. We right on time. Don't go nowhere now, cause this shit fire. When I end, this shit gonna end fire. Okay, this shit gonna end on fire. When I get down there to that Christmas tree, we gonna go out. Let me go. Let me go to my. We going out. We almost, but don't miss shit. Cause when I end this motherfucker today, y'all gonna be like, God damn, this nigga SETI out cold. How we doing out there? If you're out there, we only got about 15 more minutes, 20 more minutes. Don't leave. Because we about to get on this Christmas tree now. And when you see this shit, you're gonna be like, your mind gonna be blown. How we doing out there in the chat? Let me talk to y'all. How we doing? How we doing out there? Did I fuck your holidays up? Did I fuck your holidays up? They say I got all night. All right, fam. I just want to check on y'all. Let me get some water. Is y'all understand where I'm going? Can you see it? Is your lying eyes fooling you? $15 more minutes, y'all. 15, 20 more minutes. I don't care what I say. I always do 2.5 hours. It's just, that's how I am. I can't just do no little bit of time. I say I'm going to do this, that, and the third, and I end up doing, where y'all know where y'all just get straight fired. 2.5 hours every motherfucking time, baby. I put in that motherfucking work. I put in that work. Nigga so worried about the 15, 20, 30 minutes ahead of the shit. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, I got to warm the fuck up. Goddamn, give me a break. You can't go to the motherfucking university and get your goddamn professor to get these many lectures in a motherfucking week and have content like this. I dare any motherfucking professor anywhere in the motherfucker to have content like this. Night in and night out. Different information. Get the fuck out of here. All right. All right. I just wanted to check on. We about to do these last 20 minutes. Nah, that's why, this is a Yule log cake. But, they would have, this is just, just to let you know that they worship that tree. Now, when they cut that tree down, the stump of the tree is what they call the Yule log. And they'll have all type of runes. Runes are glyphs, letters with spells attached to them. And it's a phallic symbol. Okay, I want y'all to understand that. It's a hidden phallic symbol. Now, when we talk about the hearth, like I said, it's an altar. They perform a lot of ceremonies with the fire. Now, if it's in the house, it's the hearth. On the outside, they have what you call the bonfire. Hold just a second, family. Hold just a second. Let me blow my nose. Okay, so you know what I'm saying? So that just show you how profound the Yule log, the hearth, okay, and outside they will have bonfires, okay, and they're in the 12 days of Yule, okay, they would have a sacrifice each day, okay? It could be a goat, it could be a horse, it could be a human. I'm gonna show y'all some shit today. Don't go nowhere. This is the fire. We ending on fire. If you leave it before the end of this, you didn't miss some of the best shit. Do not leave. Stay your ass. Go get some more motherfuckers. Because I'm going to show you the sacrifice. I'm going to show you the human sacrifice. I'm going to show you the blood rituals and every fucking thing. And I'm going to show you what that tree mean, what that wreath mean. It's some sexual deviance in that shit. Okay? So again, the Yule log would burn for all 12 days of Yule. And they would carve all type of spells on the Yule log. And this was to ward off all type of evil spirits during that time. See, y'all think it's all merry and shit, but at that time in Europe was a very dark time. That was damn near like Halloween, because they say when the sun is, when we say fall, that's the fall of the sun. Then the doorway between the living and the dead was at its thinnest. And so the dead would come upon the earth. And so you talking about the death of the sun and this, that's when the damn spirits walked on the earth. And so they carved spells into the damn Yule log. And again, this is going to be something real quick to show you Santa and Mrs. Claus. And St. Nicholas didn't have no damn wife. That's Frigga. That's Freya. That's Frigga. That's Odin and Frigga. Odin is Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus. Okay, showing y'all that Santa and Mrs. Claus is nothing more than Odin and Freya. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Ain't no goddamn St. Nicholas. If you goddamn saint or damn supposed to be a fucking priest of the damn Catholic Church, you ain't supposed to have no damn wife. Nigga, kind of shit is that? Now we talking about, now look at this. We're going to show you the type of sacrifices they was having during Yule, which is Christmas. Okay? To show you these vicious damn people and what you partaking in. So when they put the cake up there, to some outsider that don't know no better, oh, it's just a cake. Oh, we just marry. But you don't understand that's a veil. Okay, I'm going to end strong. So you see right there, this is Vikings. You see it right there. This ain't nothing. I'm about to show y'all the visual. I'm about to show you the visual. And I'm going to, y'all better, I hope you got a strong heart when I put this shit on. This is called bloat. The bloat sacrifice, and show you that these motherfuckers sacrifice human beings. Okay, so when you talking about the Yule log, it could be a human being on the Yule log. You know what I'm saying? We ain't talking about the hearth in your house. They'll have bonfires outside. You understand? Where they come out and celebrate outside and sacrifice outside. So that's where they would put the horses and and the pigs and